Hello, and welcome back to Chrono-Rogue, Timepunk Adventure by Loculus Games. When we last left our adventurers, they had just tracked down the person responsible for the death of Lorenza, and they were about to engage in perilous combat with this individual. But yet again, here are our wonderful pirates. Hello, wonderful pirates.
Yo.
Yark. Hi.
Arr.
All right. So, yes. The lady in question, her jaw had just distended, and some tentacles had flopped out, and claws had extended, and everyone roll initiative. So you're gonna roll your haste to determine your initiative.
An 11 for Danica.
Okay.
So
20 for
17.
Kestrel.
20 for Kestrel.
Yes.
And Robbie.
17.
Walsh.
14.
Okay. And she got a 19. All right. First on the docket is Kestrel. Kestrel, she's just gotten down into sort of a feral crouch. Her jaw is elongating. You can see some fangs starting to come down from her jaw. She lets out this little terrifying snarl. She's preparing to launch herself. Let's see, probably at Danica first. Seems like Danica's kind of in the lead.
Okay.
All right.
So I have an opportunity to attack before she
Yep.
attacks us.
And you can inflict a mark on her since you won initiative.
I'm actually going to attempt. I'm going to attempt to strike her with my spear.
With your spear? Okay.
But if I successfully hit, it's going to be an attempt to kind of sweep her legs out.
Okay. Awesome.
She might catch herself on some tentacles, like a weirdo.
Oh, is
is there-
everyone establishing defense?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Got a 14.
14 is not enough. You attempt to sweep under her legs. She is going to dodge out of the way. Would you like to spend a fate? Or
Yes.
hold on.
I'm going to spend it.
Okay.
That's a 17.
17 is still not enough. She got it. Sorry.
That's okay. Worth it.
She tumbles over your low spear attack, landing in a crouch. And she looks at you, and one of her eyes kind of bulges out a little of her head and swivels a little unnaturally, almost like a crab person.
Yeah.
She starts spinning through the air towards Danica as she's going next. Danica, her claw sings out and it attempts to hit you. Are you going to dodge, parry, or do something else?
Let's see. Melee defense on parry. So I have a skill that gives me some bonuses on parry, so I'm thinking I'm going to try to parry.
Okay.
So I think I get a 1d4.
Yep, scoring.
So I roll my melee defense plus. Yep. Okay, great. So melee defense is the same as melee soak, is that right?
Melee defense is the same as melee attack.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yep. You're rolling your fortune dice and you're adding your skill. And then 1d4 for your scorn.
Cool. So that's 7, 4, 2, and 4 for a total of 16, 17.
17. You tied with her. Ties
She
unfortunately go
takes
to
it.
the attacker in this one. Do you want to spend a fate and reroll one of those dice? Or
You betcha.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Nope, rolled the exact same thing. So,
Okay.
yep. She's gonna hit me.
Could you roll your melee soak for me? It has
got it.
Pierce 1, so you're going to need 6s.
Okay. And for melee soak, I have 2d6. Cool, that's a 5 and a 6.
Okay, so you soak 1 of it. You take a total of 3 points of damage, so you soak 1 of that, so you take 2. Her claw comes down, like, barely, like, getting around your sword, and, you feel, her claws just, like, latch into your, shoulder blade, and she pulls away, renting some of your skin, and you feel these, like, faint lacerations, and she, kind of, like, scuttles back a little, with
It's
blood
spilling
dripping
out
from her
of the-
claws,
Yeah.
and she, like, kind of grins at you. That's her
Dodge it
turn.
back a little bit. Mm-hmm.
Her turn done. All right. Next is Robbie.
Okay. Robbie is stunned. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with her face? And he is going to just kind of look around like he doesn't really know what to do at first. Are we in a populated location, or is it
No,
kinda...
it's pretty isolated right now, and it's late at night.
All right, cool. Fuck this. He will shoot her.
Okay. So you draw your pistol and fire. Make an attack roll.
All right. Yeah, I'm tracking my my rounds as well. Nice. Okay, that's plus my pistols. 24.
Okay, she got a 13 to dodge because this is her second attack that she's received this round. So she's
Okay.
got a penalty. So yeah, you shoot her. Roll damage.
I will do that. All right. So those are my d8s. Yep. Okay. Doing 1 damage to her from the pistol. Plus
Is that 1 automatic or 1 from damage dice?
1 from my roll. 1 from my
Okay,
damage
so
dice.
2 in total.
Mhm.
But you beat her by 10, so 4 in total.
It's
She soaked 2 of it with her, like, she's got this sort of shifting chitin that has, like, come to the surface under her clothing. This large bullet hole, like, appears center mass, and you guys hear her shriek and kind of, like, back up a bit and look down as this blackish greenish ichor is, like, starting to dribble out. Robbie, do you have any other talents in with pistols that would do anything extra, or?
Just speed load.
Okay, so
which I
you
may
guys,
need a little bit.
well, your gun is what? Like a 9mm, or is it an actual?
It is a revolver.
Oh, okay. So you've used 1 bullet and you have 5
I've
more.
used 3 because I shot Calbert.
Oh, right.
Right, and I shot her once, so I've got 3 more.
Okay. You didn't. Your character didn't bother to reload in between. You didn't think of it, so.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I didn't mention it, so I think we're gonna go with he didn't do it. Didn't
Okay.
think he was gonna get. Yeah, he's stupid.
It's not stupid.
he's not. He's a himbo. There's a difference.
Yeah. All right, Walsh. This has all started unfolding very quickly. Walsh is not a very, violent person. What are you gonna do?
I want to use my dossier ability on Elsa.
Okay. So, that usually helps a little more in social situations with people.
Okay. In that case, do I recognize where we are based on my omens, or where we might be in relation to?
Yes. You're in very close proximity to some of the visions that you had.
Like, within, like, visual distance of where we
Yeah.
are right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you've already been to the one where Robbie was talking to the
Mhm.
spirit. You're in that location. You can see the other location nearby.
How close are we all standing together at this point?
Let's say you're all within 1 or 2 range increments of each other, so like a couple of paces away.
And is Elsa between us and where that omen took place?
Elsa is not. So the place where your Danica omen took place is kind of to the left and up the lane.
Guys, I can't. Now's not really the time for story time, but if you guys could just trust me a little bit, we need to go in that direction very quickly.
Okay. So you're gonna try to coax everyone to follow you?
Yes.
All right. Is this a situation where any of the party would disagree?
There's sea trash.
What?
This crazy person is sea trash. Like,
Yeah.
we're fighting. This is a fight. I am undefeated. I haven't landed a hit on her yet. Do we have to leave?
I'm very defeated, and I have nothing to contribute, so if we could we don't have to stop. I'm sure she seems like a very determined young lady, so I strongly suspect that if we just shift a little bit in this direction, she'll come with.
Yeah, I think she's gonna come with us.
Okay.
Yeah, Danica's already staggering backwards towards where Walsh has indicated.
Okay. All right. So, Walsh, you're gonna move for your action over in that direction. Are you going to assist Danica?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to support her.
Okay. So you guys are gonna move like roughly, probably 2 range increments towards that. It's another 2 range increments away. So you can move next round. Okay. Top of the order, Kestrel.
I don't think I got to go, actually.
Oh, Danica. Sorry.
Yeah.
Did I miss you? I did. I'm sorry. Your turn.
It's all good. I am going to just invoke a needle burst, like just reach out a hand, blood spilling over my nice ball clothes, holding with one hand and with the other hand, just reach out. So that's the resist roll is haste 15.
All right. She failed.
Sweet. Cool. So I'm just counting 5s, or am I totaling this?
It's 5 pluses on the dice, and it has explosives, so you can reroll failures.
Oh, fabulous. So I got 1 5, and I'm rerolling failures. Cool. So that's a 5 and a 6.
So you got 3 successes all in total?
I got 2 successes in total.
Okay, so 2 plus it does 1 automatic.
It's got a
So
pierce condition too.
it is Pierce 2?
Yep.
Okay. Describe the explosion.
Yeah, it's just out of the darkness and shadows themselves. They seem to sort of like coalesce into just needle sharp points, about yay long, and just from behind her, actually just. So you guys get a very good view of just her chitin being pierced by these multiple needles. And I do kind of yell as I sort of am backing up and doing this. I yell, Lorenza, if you can hear me, help us, help you. As I back.
Okay. Make me a charm roll.
Yeah.
So you guys watch as, just as Amina said, these barbs just suddenly like lance into the chitin, inflicting a good deal of damage to this creature. You can see them like poking out of her flesh and chitin, and you can see like stuff is starting to ooze, and she's getting really angry.
That's a 17 charm roll.
Okay, awesome. Now, top of the order, Kestrel.
Okay. To what extent would it be possible for Kestrel to move to be in between our assailant and the retreating?
Totally doable.
Okay. So Kestrel's gonna do her best to make herself the next target.
Okay.
But I don't have an ability to do that or anything. It's just
You're just putting yourself in the way.
Yeah. And I'm gonna swing at her with the spear again.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
$16?
16 just hits.
Okay, good.
Roll your damage.
That's 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay. What's the pierce on your spear?
It's Pierce 1.
Okay. She soaked one of it. Your spear thrust hits her just where Robbie had shot her. And she kind of like snarls a bit, and you can feel the bullet, and you push the bullet in just a little further into her sternum with your blade. And you can see this it's like this line with a slightly larger hole shaped wound in her chest. She just like snarls angrily.
I think Kestrel says something like, calamari combo!
Okay. All right. It's her turn. I take it that everyone is kind of in like full movement in that area. I have a suspicion I know what Walsh is trying to do, and I love it. All right. She is going to let out a snarl, and as she does so, her tentacles kind of like come up behind her, and one of them is going to lash out at Kestrel, but I need everyone to make a bastard saving throw. $16 passes. 13?
Yep.
Does not pass.
17.
17 passes.
19.
19 passes. Okay. Amina, something about this creature is really scary. You feel fear kind of like grip you, and you feel yourself just kind of like, breathing deeply, like you've been around, but you've never seen a monster like this before. The crab person was hard enough, but you are now affected by a Fear 1 stack. So you're going to have a -2 to all your actions against this creature. It won't affect your invocations because they don't work that way, but skill checks and defense rolls against her will be at a -2 for the entirety of next round.
Yeah, no, this is... I've never felt like I'm going to die before, but this feels like I'm going to die here.
The tentacle is attempting to pierce with its barb into Kestrel. Kestrel, I need you to make a dodge or melee defense roll.
Can I use a defensive feat at this turn?
Yeah.
If I establish defense? I have second rank, which is going to give me a +2 to this.
Awesome.
As a melee defense roll.
Uh-oh.
glad I did that, but it means that I only have a 13.
You have a what?
A 13.
Okay. So she hits you. She beat you by an increment of 5, so I need you to make a melee soak at Pierce 1.
Yeah, that tracks. I soak none of it.
Okay. You take 4 points of damage,
Yeesh.
and I need you to make a grit save.
Oh,
Difficulty 15. Okay, you pass. You don't take any toxin. You feel this poison start coursing through your blood, but you just kind of like you just get angry, and you can you just sort of scream through it a little, and you feel the poison not take hold of your blood. The tentacle kind of snakes back under her skirt a little, and she goes,
I'm gonna kill you.
all right, Robbie, your turn.
Okay. I think he's gonna take another shot because I don't think he's close enough to do this invocation. All right. So that will be a. Where's my pistols? 16.
She got an 18 to dodge.
Okay.
She springs to the side as the bullet whizzes over her back, and buries itself in a wall behind her. She goes, "Naughty, naughty boy."
Yeah, no thanks. He will kind of continue to scramble after Walsh.
So you're moving 2 range increments. You guys are now in that area. All right. After Robbie is Walsh. Your turn.
Walsh is gonna take Danica's face in his hands, just like she did 2 sessions ago. It's like, hey, we're gonna get out of this, okay? We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. You gotta stick with me a little longer, okay? Can you do that?
I'm supposed to.
We're gonna be fine. It's fine. We've done Crabman. What's Squid Woman? We're fine. And I'm gonna point in towards the direction that I think that the pod is going to come from. Just keep an eye over there, all right? And I'm gonna go the other way, and I need you to stay. Just keep an eye out over there, okay?
Yes.
All right.
Look up towards there.
And do I have enough motion to move to the spot where the pod is going to land?
Yes.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Are you gonna attempt to taunt her at all?
Yes.
Okay.
So once I'm there, I'm gonna look around and see if I can find a rock or a
There's a
pebble or
rock
something.
on the ground. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna pick that up, and I'm just gonna launch it at her.
Okay. Make an athletics roll.
$18.
She got a 12. The rock hits. Roll. What's Walsh's strength? Is it 1?
Strength. Yep, it's 1.
Okay. So the damage on a rock is negligible, but you're still going to get your strength to it. So roll 1d6 and see if you get a 5+.
Nope.
Okay.
That's a 2.
It glances off of her head, and she kind of recoils back and looks at you and goes, "What was that?"
I thought maybe we could have a little heart to heart over here, about how fucking rude you are and how I don't like how you're talking to my friends.
Okay, why don't you make me a subterfuge roll, because you are trying to trick her into coming over.
Yes.
Luckily, these creatures are not that empathetic.
Walsh has... I built a decent amount of subterfuge for them, so we're at 19.
She rolled an 18, so
Nice.
it's gonna work. Okay. She looks at you balefully and, like, holds up her bloodied claws, and they, like, extend just, like, another inch. And she says, "You want a heart-to-heart, eh? I'll tear yours out of your chest."
This is exactly what I'm talking about. It's rude.
Okay. All right, Walsh is gone. Danica, you're up.
Has she moved over to where
Yeah, she's heading in that direction, but she is wary of the spear fighter in the way. She doesn't want to give Kestrel a free attack against her, so she's still...
I'm gonna kind of look at Walsh and just like look at his eyes, or look at their eyes, and just, and I'm gonna cast, if I can, or invoke a slip of the tongue. And
Okay.
try and command her, do what Walsh said. That's a bastard 15 resistance.
Okay, do you want to overchannel? That
Yes.
will increase the difficulty by 5.
You betcha. And for that, I use a power from my suit, yes?
You just have to get 2 successes for a rank 1 power. But if you fail to get 2 successes, you can spend a suit power then.
Okay. What am I rolling to overchannel? Can you remind me?
You're just rolling your invocation dice.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yep.
So that's 10 and a 1. And you said I can spend a fate point to...
A power point. Yep.
Power point, thank you. That's a 4. Can I spend another power point, or that's it?
A 4 for dissipation, or...
For invocation. So I have...
Well, you got 1 success. You just needed 1 more. You just need 2 successes. So... Actually, no. It's just extra dissipation. I'm totally wrong. You don't need extra successes for invocation. You just need extra successes for dissipation. So your power goes off.
So I've got a success on... Okay, great.
Yeah. Okay, so she would have passed had you not overchanneled. She like goes... She's just sort of like... She kind of agrees with you. She's like, "You're right. I should kill that little maggot now." She's a terrible person.
Yeah.
So, she gets down on all fours, and using her, like, tentacles as sort of like, almost like a serpentine guide, she starts, like, scuttling around. She's preparing to, like, try to get around Kestrel to charge at Walsh. Walsh, can I... Actually, everyone, can I get an insight check from you?
Ian from Danica.
What'd you get?
15.
15, okay.
Same.
I got 2 10s for a total of 27.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. Kestrel, what'd you get?
16.
Okay. All of you hear it. You hear this faint whine from the sky. And when you look up, you see an object seems to be coming down through the clouds. It has a smoke trail behind it and some flames. It looks very similar to the pod that Walsh was talking about in the Omen. All right. Top of the order. Kestrel, your turn.
Is Kestrel intelligent enough to get this plan?
I think so. I think you're smart enough to know to work out what the plan. I mean, it hasn't been stated, so outright, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you can pick up what's going on.
She definitely looks like she's trying to get around Kestrel to get to Walsh at this point. Is there any kind of insight or even beasts to work out if I attack, will that change her trajectory at all?
She will defend herself. Like, you can't make her not defend herself. So, you could attempt an attack and then take your move action to back away. Like, she's compelled. She has to do what was just, the command that was just issued to her.
Okay, then Kestrel's gonna attack and then back away. I just didn't want to be so distracting that, this gets correct. That's a 22 to hit.
22 hits. Roll damage.
It's 2 damage.
Okay. Your strike mostly bounces off of her chitin. You inflict a small minor wound in her. And she just sort of bats your weapon away after that and growls. And she starts charging towards Walsh. Walsh, since you didn't really take an action last round, we could say that you're kind of holding for when she gets there.
Okay.
But Robbie, she's gonna move over towards Walsh. But Robbie, you can take your action.
Okay.
Basically, she's doing a disengage action with Kestrel. So that she can move without taking any attack of opportunity.
Okay. So hearing this pod coming down and seeing that it where Walsh is kind of under where it's gonna land.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Robbie wants to wait until she gets to Walsh and then use Atrocity of Thought overchanneled and try and force her to drop.
Okay. So you're trying to paralyze her there.
Just trying to get her to basically drop to the floor.
I gotcha. Okay.
Alright. So that when it's over channeled, that's bastard 20 save. Okay, I'll spend a suit power. That is better. Okay. Well, I got 2 successes.
Okay. What does Robbie say?
He doesn't say anything. It's this is a reach into the mind kind of power.
Okay.
So he
do you have a telepathic mind voice?
He kind of brushes his fingers up his lips like this and whispers a little bit. And these little black strings guitar strings almost kind of crawl into her eyes. And then he just goes like that. Tries to get her to drop on the ground.
Okay. You guys watch as she raises her claw towards Walsh and suddenly sinks to her knees. She goes, "No. No!" And then she kind of crouches down, staying there.
Get out of the way!
Walsh, though she is laying there, you notice a tentacle suddenly whip out and wrap around your leg. You can attempt to dodge if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and dodge. Have not done that before.
She's
Is that-
spending a point of ferocity to take an action.
Why dodge? I haven't used that mechanic before.
It's a finesse skill.
Yep. If you don't have it, it's just your finesse.
15.
Okay, you guys watch as Walsh attempts to dodge, but the tentacle wraps around and the barb digs into Walsh's skin. Walsh, I need you to make a grit saving throw. You guys look into the sky as the pod is sailing down with the mass
13.
and weight. 13?
Mhm.
Walsh, you feel poison course through your veins. You take a single point of wound damage. Not hardship. How many wounds do you have? What's your endurance?
Endurance is 1.
Walsh, you fall unconscious. You guys watch as Walsh collapses, this tentacle wrapped around, and a barb jammed into Walsh's leg. All right. Danica, you're up.
Is her tentacle attached to him, or did she strike and withdraw? Like, is she anchoring him there?
Anchoring him there.
Okay. I don't know how much I can do in one turn, but I'm going to once again just shout, "Let him go!" And I'm a slip of the tongue again.
Okay.
So that's 2 successes on the invocation dice, and I'm going to overchannel it.
Okay.
So there'll be bastard 20.
She fails. Okay, the tentacle unravels around Walsh's body.
And how much can I do to drag him back from where?
Make me an
From
athletics
what I've
check.
already got. Athletics check.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, that's good for Danica. That's an 18.
Okay, with an 18, you start pulling Walsh away from her as she's crouched down, snarling and raging and trying to, like, resist whatever compulsions have been affecting her mind. As you're pulling Walsh away, you feel this, almost like a psychokinetic aura, start lifting the both of you up and pulling you backwards. You look and you see Danica. You see that Lorenza and Clarence are standing there. They're both, like, visible, holding their hands out, pulling the two of you to safety, sort of wrapped in this golden light for a moment.
This is the first time I've seen him since
Yeah.
he was. Yep.
You guys look up into the sky as the pod slams through part of a ceiling or a roof of a nearby building, sending a shower of brick and roof stuff, like, all over the place, and then slams into this creature. The tentacles flail for a moment in a death coil, and the pod just sort of slams down, and you hear this gurgle and then silence.
Walsh, just, like, shaking Walsh. What's going to happen? Help them.
Lorenza floats over and says, I can help Walsh, but at a cost.
do
what
it.
What? Just
Yeah.
just help them out.
Lorenza floats down, and puts her hands on Walsh's face. There is a cascading glow that flows through Walsh for a moment as she possesses Walsh and heals them for 1 point of damage. It's something that some Undone can do. If they possess a host, they can repair them. Walsh, you come to a very strange sensation. You get the feeling like there is a spiritual presence within you, similar to Clarence, different though. But the moment that she expended this amount of energy, she gets pulled away violently into the void. You get this brief moment of watching her fly towards an obsidian glass like wall and disappear as if getting sucked underwater. You see a single crack start forming down the surface, and you hear this deep rumbling like sound of pleasure and contentment. 1 down, 2 to go. Walsh wakes up. You
Walsh.
blink.
So brave, Lorenzo. Thank you so much. Thank you. Are you alright? So incredibly brave.
She's gone. The Chiron, he's got her.
Are you all right?
Probably. Can I look over at the pod?
Yeah.
Can I see any of Elsa underneath it?
There's a smear of the thing that was Elsa underneath. There's some scattering bits of chitin and blood, but she's definitely dead.
It worked.
Yeah.
Gran, this one's for you. I know you always loved your Wizard of Oz. It was so fucking gross.
It's wonderful. I told you you'd get used to it. Can I still see Clarence there?
Yep.
Clarence.
Hello.
Hello. Are you here now for good?
I'm still undone. I think Lorenza and I were able to combine our power to help bring you. I probably will fade, but it's possible that Robbie might be able to make me appear visible from time to time, and of course,
Right.
Walsh, with your permission, I would like to be able to talk to my sister from time to time.
Anytime. Just say the word.
Thank you, Clarence.
You have my thanks. He uses like a little of his sort of residual psychic kinetic power to pull up some you see him pull up like grit from the road, and it coats his hand. And he walks up, and you can feel like just a faint rough texture as he touches your face. He says, "I've missed you, sister."
It's here every day.
I'll be with you always.
Yeah. I'm not as alone as I used to be. I
No,
look over at these guys.
no, you have wonderful friends. We have wonderful friends. I can't tell you much about what they're planning, but I'm assuming they're gonna still be coming after us.
Fight them. Fight them. We'll find a way. Keep you safe.
Good. He looks over at the pod and says, "Where did that come from?"
Up.
Oh.
Kind of noticing for the first time, Danica kind of looks at the pod. What does the pod look like?
It looks like an escape pod or a drop pod kind of thing. Like, it looks like it's designed to absorb a good deal of impact without harming the occupant.
Look, I know that was like mad awful, but and we can figure out what's going on in that in like just a second. But like, can I get a hug? He says.
Yeah.
He's gonna hug anybody who will hug him.
Group hug.
Okay. So you all collapse into a giant cuddle puddle. Some of you wincing a little in pain.
Yeah, whoever draws their hand back from Kestrel's side or back is red.
I don't know how to help that.
I've had worse.
No, you haven't. You're undefeated.
True. Still undefeated.
So true.
Still undefeated.
Still true.
It's like some rosiness.
Well, who's in the pod? And how did you know it was coming?
I kind of get these visions sometimes, and I kind of saw it that very first time we bumped into each other.
Oh.
Yeah, they're gonna point at the pod. I do think it's for you.
Me.
For you.
I'll walk to the pod again, just still holding my chest where she stabbed me, and see if I can. Is there a mechanism to open it?
There's a mechanism. You notice that it looks like there's a little, almost like a little glass exterior container, and there is a black and white photo of you and your brother at a party when you were children. You remember it really well because Clarence decided to take the cake and mush it in your hair. This photo took place moments before he did this, and he has this very sweet and innocent look on his face, and you are having a great time. One of the few kind memories of your childhood, and you know that 30 seconds after this was taken, he just took the coconut cake and jammed it in your hair and went mush, 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 mush.
Oh, did you see this? This is us. This is bizarre.
Yes, it's, I think it's your 11th birthday.
Yes, I remember.
Oh,
Took
yeah.
me ages to wash that out of my head.
Sorry.
I'll press the mechanism to open the pod.
Okay. You're thinking for a moment what the password could be, and then for some reason you just remember the date of that moment, and you type it in. There's a hydraulic hiss, and you see this sort of foggy vapor waft out over the grounds as this pod opens up. As the fog clears, you see a woman inside. And as your face sort of fixates on features, she's older, probably around 60, graying hair, very familiar eyes, and familiar lines in her face that have creased with time and experience. And then you feel a wave of nausea buck over you. staring at your older self. She looks up at you. Her eyes snap open. She says, "Oh, hi. It's you."
I'm sorry. I'll just turn to Walsh. This is ridiculous. What is going on here?
I didn't see this part. This is news to me.
This happens. You'll understand later.
All right.
But you don't have a lot of time. They're coming.
Who? What is coming?
Mother and father are coming
Oh.
in their Corvette. They're
Oh.
going to kill everything to get their hands on what they want.
Oh, well, that
Your
makes sense.
ship should be repaired by now.
Wonderful. And you? Are you just going to...
No.
What?
This is the end of my road.
No.
This is
I
not the
refuse.
end of your
How old
road.
are you?
She reaches out and just takes your shoulder and she says, "This is not the end of your road. Time is strange."
Yeah.
At that point, you guys get a message on the squawk box. Rufus goes, I got the wee lady up and running. Well, me and Penny did. I did most of the work. Don't listen to her. I've cut off her communications, so she can't, disagree with me. But I just wanted you to know that we're all up and running, ready to go. Have you done everything you needed to do?
I think we need to pick up right now.
I pick up right now.
What about the bear?
Should I fly over the flop house?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes.
All right, I'll pick you guys up there. Eh?
Yes.
All right. He hangs up. Older you, sort of clutches her side and gets out of the pod, and kind of collapses a little towards you. She says, "There's not a lot of time. You should hurry. They're coming for Clarence and Robbie. Hello, Robbie."
Hi.
I forgot how you used to wear your hair.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah. Do I do something different then? Now?
I don't want to tell you.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
There's Kestrel. Walsh. They found out about this, and they decided to travel into my past, your present. So, I'm here to stop that. If that's all right with you.
Yes. Of course. Thank you. You can come with us.
It's not going to work that way, dear. We can't travel together. It will harm you. I will stay, for now.
Well.
If they find me, they won't be able to know where you're going. Because my timeline and yours parts here because I've interfered. Nowhere that they can't interrogate me and find out where you will go from here. I made a different choice. Hopefully we'll meet again.
Probably take Danica's arm.
Which one?
The non-hurty one.
No, which Danica?
Both are hurting.
Both are hurt, yeah.
The our Danica version, original recipe.
Not future Danica.
Extra crispy can stay.
Panica, if you will.
Fanica.
Yeah, Panica. Yeah, we better go.
Danica's just sort of like backing away.
She smiles at you. She says, "Don't worry. You have an amazing journey ahead of you. All of you do. I love all of you."
Kestrel's actually going to go to Fanica and see if she needs a hand. You mentioned she collapsed.
If you just sort of set her down on the rubble so she can sit, she seems to be okay. Just sitting there.
Kestrel's going to say kind of, like semi-quietly, "You don't look like you're in fighting shape."
No.
So your fighting is more just being here for now?
Yes. But again, my journey is not yours.
I know. I'm not 5 years old.
You keep telling me that. You're still undefeated?
Always.
Lovely.
There's like the briefest little shadow over Kestrel's face as she considers asking if there's ever a day when she is defeated. She kind of shrugs it off and says, "So, anything I can get you before we head off?"
No, I don't think they'll have a place that serves duck de l'orange here.
Oh, well. Be seeing you, Princess.
I'll see you later, Talon. She gives Kestrel a little kiss on the forehead. You guys watch in the night sky. There is a shimmer, and you see the clouds part as a massive ship pushes through into the real space here. You get another Squawk Box message from Penny. Y'all see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
We gotta
We
go.
need to leave right away. We just have a bear that we need to
Pick him
bring.
up.
Running.
Yeah.
Can you pick them up?
Yeah.
And I'll okay. He'll give Danica a hand and try and get Kestrel to scoop Walsh.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You all run top speed to the flop house. Banging on the door as you do, probably.
Magda!
Yes, what is with all the bustle and the hustle?
You need the bear, and then we need to go right away.
Yeah, our ride's here.
My ride?
Well, if you want to get out, but we
What's
got
happening?
My parents have arrived.
Did you tell her anything about your parents?
No.
So that doesn't mean anything to her.
They're not very nice people, and they've got a giant ship, and they might just lay waste to the entire city. So if you want to come with us, you're welcome to do so.
Ooh, by Titan's balls, let's go.
Wonderful.
She gathers up some stuff. You see her. She quickly walks around, pulling there are these devices that start appearing everywhere. And she's pulling cards, little electronic cards out of them, and putting them in her pocket. And you hear the sound of it's almost like a massive crushing sound in some of the rooms as she is destroying the dimensional architecture of her flop house. She grabs the bear and ascends up to the roof with all of you, and you just hear the sound of rubble underneath as you guys get all your stuff. And she seems to have timed it perfectly so that none of it is destroyed while you're inside. Your ship appears in a shimmer above, and the ramp comes down. The bear goes,
Come on now, it's okay. Listen, we really don't have time for this, buddy. That's not turkey. Come on. I know we're not supposed to lure, we're supposed to cue good behavior, but we don't have time.
Okay, so you guys scurry up into the ramp and into your ship. Rufus looks back at you and goes, why is there a corvette above us, and why the fuck is it visible?
It's bad.
Like a Corvette.
Yes, let's go back to the Kintari shop, shall we? Right away.
Alright. He swings a couple of handles, turns the wheel. Your ship takes off at a fast pace. He says, unfortunately the shroud is still a wee bit dodgy.
I don't think it'll matter much. Kinkari's doomed.
Lance fire starts arcing across. You see these flashes. You hear the sound of your shields like buckling under various shots as Rufus is like pushing the stick as far as he can.
Do we have a cannon at all for return fire?
It's front facing.
Okay, never mind.
All right. Can I get someone to roll me just fortune dice +7?
Can Robbie go up to Rufus as he's piloting and also give him some encouraging words? He's like, look, I mean, I don't know what's going on, but this looks really, really terrible, and I'm pretty sure you can pilot this bucket away. Like, really fucking fast, man. Do us a favor. And then we'll use Inspiring Candle.
Okay, so that gives you +1d4 to whoever's doing the roll. Who's doing it?
A volunteer.
Get it. +1d4.
It was fortune dice +1d4 plus what?
+7.
7.
That's a 19.
19. Awesome. All right. Rufus starts getting into a flow, dodging Lance fire, and he flies up into the sky. You see he goes in between several clouds as lightning starts arcing around the ship, and you punch through into the void. Noise goes to deep quiet, with the exception of the bear, who's kind of going,
I just lean on the bear. Just like, been an emotionally exhausting day.
The bear pushes his like wet snout underneath your chin a little.
Oh.
At some point, Kestrel's just gonna quietly, mutter in Robbie's direction so that he knows that he was heard. Like, it's like the Corvette of time ships.
Oh, alright, that's why they call it that. I got you. He's gonna go get his guitar.
Okay. Robbie's music starts flowing through the ship as you guys start heading back towards the menagerie to get your pay. Many more questions arising in your minds. Do you guys want to do you do any other talking, or do you just sort of collapse with the exhaustion?
I will approach Kestrel.
Okay.
I saw you took a moment to make me comfortable. Thank you. What did she say to you?
Well, basically, that's not the end. It's not like a loop in a movie, So she called me Talon. It was a really nice sort of goodbye. I wanted to talk to her a little because I noticed, she wasn't armed or well. So when she said she was there to fight, she meant she was there specifically to keep your parents off the scent. I thought that was really kind and brave. I kind of joke, that I'm 5 years old because I've only been around for 5 years, but something that's kind of afforded me is a little bit of emotional distance. I know better than most that there are many forms of the same person just out and around, so sometimes it's hard for me to get too sappy, but I like you. She's still you, and she did a brave thing, and just had to say bye to the princess.
Princess. I like you too, Kestrel. Thank you.
Can you hold this bandage?
Oh yes.
Just like doing some wrapping.
Do you have maybe some numbing cream or some sort of antibiotic or something?
Your med pack's kind of weak, but if you chew up like,
do you have
chew
drugs?
on something and like
Wonderful.
spit it.
Yes.
Like, I'm pretty sure if you chew an aspirin and apply it to a cut, it's the same shit.
It's very bitter. I'm sure it'll hit in a moment.
Robbie will kind of do one of these things over towards Walsh.
Yeah, what's up?
First of all, how you doing?
I wish I knew. What a weird fucking day.
Yeah. Listen, when we get back to the menagerie, you don't have to answer right now, but do you want to go on a date?
Like you're not pulling my leg.
No.
Like an actual like a friend date or like a
No, like for real.
It'd be really nice. Yeah. Actually, thank you.
Great. You're adorable.
Cool. Walsh is just gonna do an awkward little like clap on the shoulder.
You pat his hand. So yeah, sit down. I think I told you I owed you a song anyway. So.
It's true, you did.
Hey, we'll play him a song.
Okay. Music flows through the ship as you guys recount your experiences, and you fly back towards the menagerie to get paid and look for further work. Yeah. And I think that's where we will end today. Thank you everyone for watching this actual play of Chrono-Rogue, Timepunk Adventures. Thanks to our cast, Cass as Robbie, Roswell as Walsh, Amina as Danica, and Joe as Kestrel. And I am Kyle. I've been your storyteller. Thank you very much for watching, and we all wish you well in whatever time finds you.